This is Timothy Bishop. January 27th, 1994. And I hope I didn't say that dumb because I can tell right now that sometimes you just don't hear the way you sound on the tape. But anyway, I decided since it's the 27th, I'd go ahead and make a tape tonight. And still, I got that one to listen to. I'm probably gonna forget about it, but I'll remember tomorrow because our prompt books for King Lear are due tomorrow. And in the last 2 days, I've managed to get enough work done that I don't have too much left to do. I managed to get everything colored, all the costumes and all that crap. So, oh man, let's hear that fart. Could you hear that in the background? What? I don't know. Some days they're just good and you don't expect it. You know, I'm getting this cucka feeling. I doubt I'm gonna be alone for very much longer, but I'm gonna do the best I can in the time that I've got today. Yeah, I haven't made very many tapes since I fell in love with Jamie Sorrow, have I? Yeah. Look at that, 2 stupid parts in a row. I mean, come on. What did you do last week? You made 4 tapes in a row on 4 consecutive days. Oh, well, I haven't made that many tapes since... Curved off, and then I pretended to not notice her because I think she looked over, and then... just for a second, you know. And so, I started walking straight ahead, and then I pretended to just suddenly see her, and then I started staring at her. And she started to look back at me, and I looked away right away, just in time, too. So I'm thinking maybe now she knows. Or she's had this suspicion all this time. I'd be sitting in algebra class, and I look over and she'd be looking at me, you know. But anyway. She knows that I'm good at math, that's about it, though. She doesn't know much about my personality. She doesn't know that I got a sense of humor. Boy, Enrique was making her laugh like crazy today in Spanish. I was getting so jealous. Shoot. I would have said the same thing. I noticed it before he did. I didn't say anything, though. It was a Spanish sentence that said, Mostra. Well, the sentence said you need to show us your identification slip to get into this club, but the word for identification slip is the same as the word for meat, except for that it has an accent over the E, so this form said if it weren't for that accent, it'd be a dirty sentence, and then Enrique started talking about it, how you have to show them your meat to get into this club, and said you have to be 21 or older, 21 centimeters, what? Anyway. It was crazy. Oh boy, I could see why she was laughing, but I guess I didn't make her laugh in the same way. It's just that funny feeling, you know she doesn't like him for that or anything. You know she doesn't want to become his boyfriend because of that. So what am I so jealous of him for? No explanation. And she knows I was looking at her. Because she looked back at me. Well, I looked away right when she looked back though, so. She's always known that I love her. I love her so much. Well, she doesn't know that. She probably knows that I admire her a little bit. I'm pretty fond of her. She probably just thinks that because I'm so quiet and everything, I'm just one of those people that's not capable of love. Oh, yeah. Man, you can probably think that somebody's cute without loving them, but I don't. For me, that's just not possible, you know. And I never want to stop loving her. But anyway, I just don't need to be preaching, because, you know, it's... Well, I need to be working on my King Lear prompt book, but I figure while making tapes is a little more important right now, because, I don't know, there's plenty of time to think about. Well, there's not plenty of time to some people. Most people in my English class already had the title for their King Lear prompt book, and Gabriel was showing this picture, his, with the real neat writing and stuff, because he prints real neat. And while I was looking through Miss Davis's cards, and when he wrote his name on his card, he had the neatest writing. And I figure my printing's pretty neat, too. I hope she'll be impressed with my printing on that paper. I see most people type theirs, so, you know, it's not going to matter, but Gabriel and I think, are the only ones that printed ours. And it's just like not having a car, you know, riding the bus home, because you don't have a typewriter, you have to print yours. But, I guess most people went to Miss Barnett's room, you know, they had a typewriter themselves. I do have a typewriter, but I don't have any ribbon. There's a whole lot of stuff. I don't know, Lamar, well, today I got to school at about 7:25 because Mom had to take me there real early. And Lamar was in the West Hall talking about this is making me get a bad cucka feeling, but I was there that morning and the weather was real cloudy and it was fixing to rain. And I was in the West Hall and Lamar was there and he asked me if I would hang out with him for a while. So then yesterday I did that, but I told him I had to go get something, so I held him off that day. And then today, all he wanted was to borrow 50 cents, so I just gave him $1 and walked right out. Up to the Timothy Bishop, January 28th, 1994. And we got the same song, second verse here with this January 28th, because it did happen in 1992 that I made a tape on January 28th, and then I taped over it, because if it was in February 26th, that is the true story. So anyway, You can hear that is All About Sully here in the background, and I'm kind of starting to like that song, so. And anyway. For some reason I just figured out yesterday, when I was listening to it yesterday, I thought there's some kind of phantom second verse that they sing. It's all about knowing something. And I didn't hear that on the song yesterday, and I haven't heard it much lately. For some reason I just don't hear it when I listen to the whole thing. So anyway, don't get surprised if I fall asleep in the middle of this tape, because that's what's about to happen, probably. Oh no. Anyway, I received the shock of my life this morning, and I'm not just kidding around with you. I mean, I received the shock of my life. See, I thought Jamie Sorrell was going to be gone today. I suppose you already knew it was about her, right? Well, I got out of first period, and I headed back to homeroom. I figured, well, here come all the juniors out of English to go back to their homeroom in the East Wing, so it's like we exchange wings. So I figured, well, I'm not going to see her, but at least I'll get to see Efren and Sammy and all those guys. So I got out of the East Wing, and I made that left turn, and I was walking along the quiet court. I guess you already know what's about to happen, right? Well, I'll tell you anyway. So, 6 yards down the sidewalk, there she was right there. And she was smiling. Almost every time I see her, she is, but I don't know if she was really smiling at me. I don't know what it was. But there she was, and she was just so cute. I'm telling you, it was a shock. I thought she was going to be gone today. I was so glad to see her, but it's too bad she doesn't know. Starting to wonder if I didn't just see a ghost of her or something. I don't know. There's no way I would have seen a ghost. That's if she died. If she was just at the Super Bowl. She probably just came to school this morning and checked out. That's what happened. Because I didn't see her on the way to economics. I figured, well, maybe she doesn't have to leave until lunchtime or something. I don't know. See, they didn't sing at that time. They didn't sing All About Knowing, whatever. Well, that's my big thing to tell you today. Also, we turned in our King Lear prompt books. I just barely finished mine. I didn't really finish it. There's plenty of room for improvements on the prompt book itself, which I hope is not what counts the most. That's the last thing I need is a bad grade in there, but I'm trying to tell myself I want to try to make 100 or something like that. And if this is not enough, I hear that Kyle's going to be coming to the tournament, so here we go. Jamie Sorrell's going to be there, and he's going to be sitting right next to me saying, Tim, show me how you lick a girl's pussy, you know. Nothing stops the perverts from getting in your life and screwing things up. He probably just wants those extra credit points. I don't know. I hope that Efren and some of those guys can come too. I don't know if they're going to like the fact that he's coming. I don't know. It's not that I have anything against him at all. Maybe he's just like that when he was with Steph, so let's just pray that Steph doesn't come. But I put my name up there anyways. I don't know. Well, Ben Dickerson and I, we were physically... Quit yawning! Just like on the other one. Well, anyway, I was working on my Lear prompt book when physics was almost over. And Ben Dickerson saw me, and he saw me drawing those letters. They were talking about how they love my writing and stuff like that. And he was looking at it, and Myra Watson happened to be walking by, so she stopped by to take a look at it. And she said hers was terrible, so that made me feel a little bit better. So anyway, he started saying how he loved my print, and then when I started doing my title page, he said, God, like, he was amazing. He asked me if I was an art, and I said, yeah, I used to be, but I had to take Spanish. So, and right before we left, he said something about, I hope you get a good grade, too, something like that. So, that reassured me even more. So. That just shocked me to see her this morning. That was absolutely amazing. I was so happy. Just to see her again. I don't know. It was just a glance. I mean, I don't know if she was smiling at me. I don't know what she was smiling about. There's nothing wrong with her smiling. Not at all. Just wish I knew what she was smiling about. Maybe she was excited to get to that Super Bowl or whatever it is, because she's part of the dance team, of course. And she's so involved, she almost never has to come to school. And she'll be gone for literary meet. Of course, I'll be gone for that, too, so... She thought she could get away from me that time. Sometimes it seems like, well, it's not. It doesn't have a thing to do with being away from me. I know that's not why she does it. She does it because she wants to. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Anyway. Come on! Stop doing junk! I never thought where I called myself in the future a dummy. He's the dummy. Don't ever think that you're a dummy because of what he said, Tim. You're not a dummy. Don't even listen to that jerk. I probably taped over so you probably don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm probably going to, so you're probably not going to know what's talking about. What I'm talking about now, but... Man, they're doing NASCAR shots. Don't start up, man. I got this big red spot on my nose, this blood spot from where that, big blackhead used to be that I finally picked over the weekend. I started scratching it one morning because it was itching real bad, and now there's a big blood spot there. So anyway, it's been embarrassing me today, and I don't know how big it is now. I haven't seen myself since this morning before I left. For all I know, that thing could have gotten bigger. Hope it didn't, though, because it didn't get any better this morning. I put some polysporin on it. That's about it, though. Just hope it scabs and peels off before I go back Monday and Jamie saw it. I was kind of hoping she wouldn't be there so she wouldn't see that, and then when she was out on first period I was excited and scared at the same time. Yesterday afternoon I was just going out to that truck and thank God, I don't know, I've never felt anything like this before. I've never felt fear of love before, you know. And it's not that I'm scared of her love or anything like that, or scared of loving her, but what does she think of me? That's just one question I would love to have answered. What in the world does she think of me? It'd absolutely be a dream come true to find out. You know, you could just tell people to ask her, but I don't have anybody that I could ask her without them going around telling other people that I wanted to know or something like that.